Okay, students, so now you're going to take out your writing notebook, your pencil, and you're going to place it on top of your desk. Once you have done so, take a look at me so that I know that you're ready. So now that everyone is ready, I want you to go ahead and take a look around the classroom at your classmates, at the other students, and at the teachers. And I want you to write down 2 to 4 differences that you notice between the students and the teachers. So differences are things that are different. So for example, I have fruit here. I have 2 pieces of fruit. They're both round, however, their differences is that they have different color, they have different smell, and they have a different taste. So go ahead and write down 2 to 4 differences that you've noticed in the classroom. So now that you have written down your differences, I want you to share with us what you observe. So some of you observe that students have different hair color, different eye color, different shirts, different accessories, some have eyeglasses, some don't. So those are differences that you've noticed in the classroom. So now we're going to read about the story of Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges was a brave little girl who made history in 1960. So I want everyone to just take a look at the cover of this book and just tell me, what do you see? What do you notice in the cover? So you notice doors are opening, she's holding them open, she's carrying some kind of luggage. She looks very determined to walk through the doors. But there's a very large group behind her that seems to be yelling, because the illustrator drew them with their mouth open, so that could give us an indication that they're yelling. Someone is holding a sign. There's people with their fist up. So there must be something going on, and she's definitely brave to have maybe passed through those people and opening the door. So as we read Ruby Bridges, the story of Ruby Bridges, we are going to be encountering some vocabulary words. The vocabulary words for today is courage, protest, equality, segregation, and integration. So now that we have read Ruby Bridges, please tell me what the situation was. What was the situation for Ruby? So Ruby was integrated into an all-white school. She was the first student of color to integrate. She was the only student in her classroom, and every day she had to pass through these protesters who were yelling, who were being very mean and rude to Ruby just because she wanted to go into school. How was she brave? She was brave because she prayed with her family. Every day she went to school, she walked through the mob, through the protesters, and she went into class and she did her studies. So now that we have read Ruby Bridges and done our vocabulary, I want everyone to go ahead and pair up with their writing partner. Once you have paired up with your writing partner, take a look at me so that I know that you're ready. Now that everyone has paired up and everyone is ready, I want you to go ahead and share a story, a situation with your partner that you want to share where you were brave. So go ahead and take a few minutes to go ahead and share a story with your partner. So now that you have shared your story with your partner, I want you to go ahead and write 2 to 4 sentences of the story that you told your partner. And make sure that you're using your writing rubric to make sure that you get a number 4, that you're able to hit all the writing points. So now that you have written your story, we're going to have open mic. We're going to have 2 to 4 students come up here and share with us what they have written. So now that we've had our students, our courageous students, come up here and share their stories, we are going to save our stories, because tomorrow we're going to come back to our stories where we're going to be using a writing map to go ahead and add more details to our story, make it a much longer, detailed story for us to share.